Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Damn, you guys are here quick. I did not expect anyone for like at least 2 minutes. Gargle, thank you so much for 11 months
So nice.
with
Hey
Riz.
Alex, with Riz.
Oh, what's up, Gargle? What's up, man? I was just catching up in your last the what's it called? Last VOD. Did you like it? Did you have fun? You know, I want to do vlogging. I just don't have an interesting life other than I'm in front of this computer building keyboards all day. So, quick, was my name in high school? Oh my god. Damn. Yeah, I want to do vlogging one day. Maybe when I have a more interesting life outside of building keyboards. Cause it's honestly like today, for example, I spent 2 hours outside, stuck in traffic, in transit traffic, and just everything because of the snow. It wasn't very exciting nor fun. No, Greg, today, Wobbly. Did you like the photos though, Wobbly? I took like one more, but I'm not sure you want it. But maybe I'll edit it. I'm not too sure yet. Maybe I just do it. Hi, everybody. How you guys doing? Hopefully everyone's doing fantastic. Yeah, we're doing the CAPY60 today. I ended up, wait, what happened? Sorry. Would you say the Bridge 75 is good foamless? Yes. I enjoyed the Bridge 75 with no foam. Maybe it was rare that, I like some of those I say cheaper in the nicest way possible, I'm just classifying them, but the cheaper boards without foam. Typically, I feel like they're not like the best in terms of build, and you kind of need to put some foam, but no, the Bridge sounded pretty good. Just started my Google certificate so I can complain, or wait, what? So I can complain but can't complain? Oh, you mean like in terms of, I thought the certificate was so you can complain. You know what I mean? Like it was a complain certificate, you know what I mean? I don't know what I'm talking about, Sick Vic. This is the Numa, indeed. The Numa Mark II. It's been trademarked though. Just the day. Yeah. No, I mean that's good though, Sick. That's good. It's good that you're starting that. Starting that now. They're fantastic. I'll take them all. Okay, I'll edit the last one for you. Yeah, how are you guys though today? You guys do anything exciting? It's what, Tuesday? It's freezing cold outside right now. Freezing. I shaved. That was the only thing that I really did that was exciting. And then I realized I think I did cut my hair too short. I think I normally have it a bit longer. I can't do anything with it right now. I was kind of bummed. I like it a little longer, so next time it grows out, I don't think I'm going to cut it this short again. This short's too hard to do anything with. I feel like there's not enough that I can do, so I'll have to press checkout. Dude, did you want one of the new? Dude, the new one's nice sounding. It's honestly a nice board. I got the hospital job that I applied for today. You found that out today, ad? Congrats, man. Work and ignoring work for a while to watch this. I get the ignoring work part. I really do. Yeah, the alphas on the Numa sound great. I think the only switch I don't really love is like the control. Like, these aren't my faves, but the alphas are beautiful. It's one of those weeks for sure. Yeah, Alex, I need you to answer this. Does your Cappy smell like fajitas? Like, legit? You asking like legit? What does it smell like? I don't know. I took a peek inside earlier just to make sure it was all there. I've been doing that a little bit more often because of how many times people forget things. Like, legit? I don't know. Does it? I mean, there's a scent to it for sure. It just smells like, not fajitas. It just smells like, I don't know. It smells like factory, if that makes any sense. It smells like metal and like processed stuff. I don't know. It's what it kind of smells like. I don't actually know what the scent is to describe.
Alex, I know you don't like us TTS peeps, but I need a favor. Click Clack has very limited supply of the Cappy, and Atlanesque already stole my red Cappy. I need you to put a spoon in Bowl's back and tell everyone
Lanes
not
did?
to buy their Cappy, so I can increase my chances of getting one. Play it cool and show your feet on stream if you're down, and I'll slip you some more bits under the table.
No, I'm joking. I mean, I can't tell people not to buy it. But yeah, it smells more like it smells more like metal and stuff like that. Gurn, I appreciate the offer though, Gurn. Appreciate that, man. I got the red one, but I'm building it on stream tomorrow. Yeah, I guess, do I want to just jump into the board then? I was just gonna chat you guys up a little bit. Maybe we do that a little bit more. Hi, Oak. How you doing? Yeah, today was stressful. On the bright side, I played a little bit more Legend of Zelda a little bit yesterday. I got a little farther in that. So, dude, again, thanks for the raid yesterday. That was wild. I hope you had fun, man. Streaming's a lot of fun. Capybara. Oh, you need one for your wife? Capybara is her favorite animal? Yeah, I'm learning today that the capybara is a lot of people's favorite animal, so I've been told. I mean, it's such a cute case, too, by the way. Dude, I did have so much fun. I love that, man. That's what it's all about. Great news, Alex, and Chow will let read, I guess. If it wants to read? I guess not. Great news, Alex in chat. I just acquired a red Cappy. I don't even want it originally, but I figured out what the hell not. Hugs and kisses for the chat. Okay, he pull up. He do pull up, though. The meme on the inside of this is great. It is a great touch to this board. Damn, is the red Cappy the rare one or something? Why is everyone, like, going crazy over red? I feel like that's the rare color now. We're not building the rare color today. It's not a TTS ban. I just don't know why that written message didn't read.
This message is for Bold. Please do another Cappy round with more HHKB, or only HHKB. Thank you.
Okay. I mean, if you guys are... I mean, Bull's sales already happened, just so we can kind of start this stream a little bit. This is the CAPY60 round 2. Bull's sale already happened on his own website. Click Clacks will be on February 21st. What was that? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I guess there's a piece of mail. I'll go get that in a bit. So nice. Delta Keyco will be end of February, and Swag Keys will be soon. It doesn't have a day. And then Keebs and Cable will also be pre-order open now. So Keebs and Cable. So this is the Cappy round 2. Oh, one sec, guys. I gotta be right back. 1 second. Okay, sorry. Why didn't you send Alex blue? Damn. Alright. I mean, you guys probably already know what color we got. Before we open it, though, the colors are kind of nice. We have... Where are the colors here now? Where's the color? Tangerine, silver, Prussian blue, brown, linen, blizzard, and red. I can already... I mean... I'm assuming we can take a guess at what color... I did look at it already. I'm not going to lie. I did look at it. I kind of spoiled the surprise. I just wanted to make sure it was all in here. It's a nice color, though. Look at it. Nice tangerine. Car's coolant hose exploded. Do you know what? Sometimes, I know it sounds terrible for me to say this, Boney, but sometimes you win some, you lose some type deal. You know what I mean? I've had unfortunate things happen. God, this... Okay, first of all, I just want to point this out. This is why you buy this board. I don't care about anything else on this board at this point here. This right here, that is reason enough. Look at that. Take a little closer look. And then the, okay, he pull up. That is reason enough, dude. I love it so much. Yeah, but we're going to take a look at this today. He pull up. He do pull up, though. We're gonna take a look at this today. We're gonna be building it with Milky Yellows. This is a sponsored stream. It's never gonna stop me from being honest. Bull has no say in what I do here. If I don't like something, we're gonna be honest about it. However, this is a round 2, so I mean, I didn't take a look at the original Cappy, but I would assume most of if there's any issues at all, have been completely worked out. It's also a very simplistic keyboard, so I'm assuming there's not going to be too much crazy with this. But yeah, Alex is prepared to shit on the CAPY60 if need be. Alex, did you make a snowman? We attempted. It didn't work. The snow is not right. You guys know what I'm talking about when the snow has to be right. If it's just powdery snow, it doesn't work. I don't think we had the right snow yet. I don't think it's actually been... Yeah, now, forget it. Now it's all ice outside. But even when it was snowing, it wasn't the right snow. We did attempt. It ended up being more of a... Yeah, we tried to compact it. But it ended up being more of a... I don't know a way to describe this. It was rather phallic, is what I'm going to describe it as. It didn't turn out very well. Hey, oh, plastic? Yeah, there's some plastic on this. We'll get it off. Miss you too, miss you too. Hopefully we get to see you soon. Alex, can we hold hands and drink hot chocolate in the winter breeze? Hey, listen, I'm down for all of that, Zane. But let me tell you right now, bro. I don't want to be outside in the winter breeze. It's actually... insanely cold outside. Well, actually, I've experienced worse, but it's not the most fun, I'd say. Yeah, it was. I just ran outside for 2 seconds before, and it was disgustingly cold. Need your opinion real quick. Which do you prefer for top mount, PC or PP plate? I haven't tried PC plate before. I've been contemplating for the Neo 65. I'd go with PC. I think the PC was a nicer choice, a little bit brighter. What do you guys think of the side profile of this as well? Very simple. Little bit of detailing here on the side, just with that small curve. But I'd say rather simple, very classy looking side profile here. Nice seam. Anybody who enjoys a good seam on the side of the keyboard will probably enjoy this. Yeah, a little bit reminiscent of the... I mean, we can take a look. Where's my Pangea? Oh, it's underneath that other keyboard. Never mind. We'll look at it later. Got some visible screws on the bottom. I love visible hardware. I think it looks good. We have some basic bump on feet. Again, looks good. Bear, what the... Bear, excuse me? Cute little back plate over here. Is there a sticker on this? No. Now, okay, I will say this. I love the tangerine. I actually prefer... There are other colors with different things. Like this has the brushed stainless steel. I personally really like the coated copper. And I would have loved the coated copper with the orange. Although maybe it's a bit more of like too much of an orange or, you know, that kind of color, you know, overload. But I think... Okay, more than anything, again, personal preference and bias here. I don't really like brushed. Like, brushed is not my favorite thing in the world. I don't like brushed, the look of it. As an accent to certain other things, sure. But, yeah, brushed is not my faves. But, I mean, that's a personal preference on the way something looks. There's no bearing to this. I would have loved to see this a little bit more customizable. But I think the goal is for this is to be more in stock and ready to go. So I understand the sentiment there. Price point is going to be fairly. Shouldn't say fairly fair, but it's going to be fair. It's $320 for solder, $325 for hot swap, in stock as well. Bull is banned. Why is Bull banned? And then, what else did Bull send here? We have our little gasket thingies over here. Bull sent me a list privately of what each one of these are. But I don't know. I have to double check. We have an aluminum plate. Perfect. I actually think the aluminum plate will go really nice with today's switches.
Bull shuts down Manta project had Alex keeps hating on the Cappy.
I'm not even hating on it. These bags are quite nice. Damn, these are like new bags. Oh! Wait, these bags are kind of sick. They just tear off like that? Damn. That is actually pretty nice. Listen, this is such a stupid thing to talk about. But as you guys know, there are bags that are very difficult to open. Like, I like that this is perforated on one side. And also, if you want to have it the resealable side, you have a resealable. That's nice too. But some bags are extremely difficult to open, and they're like really, packaged very tightly against, more delicate parts. So I appreciate that. That's kind of nice. Like even here, I probably will just take it out from the perforated side because I'm not planning on reusing this bag. So fuck it. Let's just take it out from this side. It's not stupid. Sometimes it's the little details that make all the difference. You know what? I always say that when I notice a small little detail that makes me happy, and you're right. It does make all the difference. And this is the solderable PCB. There's a hot swap option as well. I think there was a difference here. Yeah, solder compatibility and hot swaps. So hot swap won't have split backspace nor ISO. And it won't have split left shift, but hot swap will have split right, or sorry, hot swap has split back and split right and in step caps lock. It's just they won't have ISO. Solder also has a fixed bottom, which is because they're going to be doing a win keyless version, which makes sense. I would have liked to see maybe just them including both options for people who don't buy a win keyless version. I think there's a non-win keyless, right? Or is it? Yeah, there's a non-win keyless. I would have liked to see both options just in case. It's a constant criticism I'll always bring up when it comes to at least solderable PCBs. So that would have been nice to see, but I understand just for simplicity's sake, probably just including it like this. I know most of us here don't use 6.25U, but some people do. But yeah, other than that, pretty well diverse PCB. Now this plate doesn't have ISO support, does it? No. Bull, is there going to be a separate ISO support plate that I'm maybe not seeing? Yeah, I don't see it here on the site. Just to confirm for people, plate files are up? Okay. Oh, so they're not going to be pre-made. That's fine. That's fair as long as it's there. Bull confirmed hates the EU? Damn. Yeah, cool. That's very nice. And we can see the mounting style on this too. Pretty nice. Pretty nice little mounting style. I like the cuts around the spacebar here. Should be nice. Very simple though. And then we have the OK he pull up. Just another little thing too. I really like simple 60s like this. I think visually for me, if the side bezels were just a scooch in a little bit, this would have been a beautiful, like perfect top proportion for me. But I really like the through weights like this. I find if you're not going to do the stepped internals, like what's been really popular recently, I find going with just a through weight like this, I like the sound profile that comes out of these type of keyboards. So, very nice, very pretty. Also, beautiful color. We don't get to see too many orange keyboards like this. Very pretty, no? Doesn't 6.25U have lesser chance of rattle? Nah, same thing. Literally the same thing. So this is ugly. Alex just keeps hating on it. Rip Manta, they split up. Oh my god, dude. I'm just being as critical as I possibly can in the moment of looking at what I see over here, okay? Also, keep in mind, guys, I have preferences and biases. If you watch me enough, you can probably gather what I prefer and what I don't prefer in things. I think it's too long of a list to go over every time I stream, but... How much would you sell your Future Funk? Just go join the new GB for it. Isn't R2 happening right now? No need to persuade me like that. Can you go over the list, please? I like cherry switches and Gateron. That is my list. Okay. It is, yeah. You don't need to butter me up, as it were. All right, let's get some stabilizers. I think I'm gonna use Type Plus tonight. Wait, I think this is an empty one. Type Plus. Let me get a new one of Type Plus. This one. Yes. Why haven't you used Cherry in a while? You know I was going to use cherry tonight. I was gonna, but hear me out. I have one batch of Nixies left, and I want to use them for something else. There's other stuff I want to say, but I can't say right now. Is Type Plus my go-to stabs as of late? Okay. I would say like it's my second go-to. I just happen to have a lot at the moment. Like if I had, I don't know, 30 boxes of what other good stabs is there? Night stabs in front of me, I'd just be reaching for night stabs. But like this and cherry clip-ins, I think like this cherry clip-ins and night stabs are my top
What keycaps are you going to put on the CAPY?
I don't know yet. Or I don't think maybe Mars Cadet, like not Mars, but yeah, is it Mars Cadet? Maybe Mars? I was thinking that. I don't know though. I was also thinking maybe we use just a very simple set, like a darker colored set maybe. Why are you confused, Gargle? Also, thank you for a year. Mecha Kaiju could look really good too. Same with, yeah, just regular Kaiju too. Do I have Yuri? I don't think I do. Do I have Carbon? I don't think I have Carbon either. I don't know. There's a lot that can work with this orange though, that I have. But I haven't really put too much. Hear me out, Greg. Let's do this real quick. Okay, we're gonna now really quickly do some stabilizers. Fuck it, Wob. Undelete it, you coward mods. It's me. What do you mean? Dude, I wish I had Coral. Coral is real nice. Coral is beautiful. Literally a gorgeous set. Skidata? Sorry, Lanes, I had to do it, by the way. You're good now. Okay, let's do this. Aperture would be nice on this, too. That's not out yet, is it? Like, I think the sale went live, but was it in stock? I don't remember now. Made it for the keep. Time. What's up, Sixth? Retro Wave, it doesn't match at all? Hey, that's my first choice for everything these days, man. I've lost my touch, you know, when it comes to matching keycaps. Now, we just listen to you guys. Just got my 2 batches of MX28 oranges. Now to clean it up for this horrible cherry stock lube. Did you get unlucky? I feel like it's a draw, or it's a luck of the draw type thing, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you get real unlucky with cherry stuff. Bro was burnt out on color matching. No, I just feel like I've been having some wild choices lately that nobody else likes. You guys, but being Elquan 90% of the time, he has a good eye, man. Sometimes I just look at Elquan's chat and I read it and then I delete it real quick. And then I'm like, that's my idea now. And then I suggest it and play it off as my own. That's what used to happen all the time back in the day. So Elquan just doesn't know. We should just chat restrict him. Can we set up terms of like whenever just Elquan mentions any GMK set, it just like shadow bans him for like a quick second so I can take the idea? Can we do that? I can just leave? No, Elquan, stay. I need your keycap ideas. Stay. No more suggestions. Just start the mouse talk again? Dude, I was supposed to get a new mouse today, actually. I'm not going to tell you guys which one yet. But I was supposed to get one. But, actually, it might have been it right now. But I don't think so. Because it was supposed to be delivered by 1 o'clock. Which I didn't get anything. But I don't know what happened to it. Actually, I'm so curious. Now I want to go look. WL mouse? Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. iPod, thank you so much for the Prime. How are you doing today? Thanks for subbing here, my friend. Go look, we can wait. No, I meant like I was gonna go look at my tracking. Dude, I don't think a lot of places are delivering with the snow. Like, I don't blame them either, by the way. Like, they can take their time with this. The snow is crazy. And dude, actually, I'll tell you guys a story today because it pissed me off. I was waiting for the bus because I went to go drop off some mail and pick up some stuff. Actually, I went to go pick up the CAPY today as well because we got hit with a big snowstorm. And most of the streets are like, usually you can fit 2 cars in some of the streets, but most of it now, because all the snowbanks, it's all like 1 lane. And I take a streetcar, which uses tracks. And I was freezing. Like, I was just like, okay, I'm going to hop on the streetcar, tap my card, pay the $3, whatever it is, sit down, and we just don't move for like 5 to 10 minutes. And I just hear the TTC driver just honking. And I go to peek my head out the door because he opened the doors. And I just see there's a work van just stopped in the middle of the road, basically. Blocking the tracks. And I was kind of scratching my head. I'm like, oh, no, I'll do all the stabs first. I was like, maybe it was something that happened. And he ends up, because there was a way he could have turned, he ends up just turning and puts the bus on, what is it called there? Out of service. But on top of that, none of the cars could even move either. So now we have a bunch of cars trying to make U-turns, and it was just chaos. All because one guy didn't move. And the thing is, you can kind of see the guy was in the truck. Long story short, 20 minutes goes by, and another guy comes out from a building with his work equipment. And he goes into this work van, and then they just speed off before the cops can come and issue a ticket, or the parking enforcement can come. But yeah, that was about 25 minutes of just waiting there for someone who just parked in the literally in the middle of the road. But the traffic was chaos. I don't know, man. That pissed me off so much. I was like, what a day. Let me out. The work van really said, okay, I pulled up. What assholes? Yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen that, though. I'm surprised someone didn't come quicker to give them a ticket, to be honest. I was very shocked. I have a bunch of switches just sitting in the USPS office down the street because of the snow. They won't let me go get them. I don't blame them, though. Dude, there were some businesses that, I don't know how this happened, but the snow was just covering their entire doors. I'm guessing other people shoveled it in front of their buildings. Kind of sad, but dude, I don't blame anyone for not wanting to work today, or not coming into work, or being a little slower with delivery type things. Ain't any big deal to me. Bower Light and Milky Yellows arrive tomorrow. Are you modding your Milky Yellows? You better be. I haven't built an O-ring build in a minute, so bear with me. The O-ring itself is supposed to go over the stabilizers under the spacebar. First of all, did you use clip-in stabilizers? Salem. First of all, before we even further discuss this, just to confirm with you. We should get a few inches of snow tonight. I think we're getting more snow tonight, right? I don't know for any other people from Toronto here. We're getting more tonight, I think. I think they said we're getting more snow. We are, right? How much did they say? Was it 8 centimeters or 10 centimeters or something? The board up there looks great. It's the Numa Mark II. It's beautiful. I guess we'll do split right on this. Yeah. I don't like AP stabs at all. I would go with Night stabs, Type Plus stabs, or Cherry Clip-In stabs, and hell, even a Durox stab. But I personally do not like AP stabs. I just never really cared for them much. I love the origami. We're actually going to be rebuilding it next week. They sent us over another plate and PCB for us to play around with, and I kind of want to do it, so... Yes, I love the origami, though. I don't know what I'm going to build. I don't even know what can top the build that I already did. So maybe I just do something fun. Got my derivative today and a set of cherry clip-ins from Cannon Keys. Good thing my delivery guy didn't have any difficulties reaching my mailbox. Did you get super snowed in it? Wait, did we figure out how much snow we're supposed to get tonight? Because I'm actually curious. The last I heard, it was like 8 centimeters, which isn't a huge deal, but I mean, man, it all adds up. Did anyone look that up? Hello, Alex. Perfect way to start my morning before going to work. Oh, man, Ultima. See, you guys find this is the best way to start your days sometimes or end your days. For me, it's just the most beautiful hangout time ever. Did you see the MK drama? Yeah, I inquired a little bit about that. I was actually talking to a few people from like every direction of it. It's a stupid situation. I mean, it's not. There's no better way to describe it. But from what I understand, I guess you have to. Listen, I'm not taking sides. Just so you guys know, I lean more towards antipode. Okay, just so you guys know. But from what I understand, it's I guess in order to keep a trademark or keep enforcement on a trademark, you have to enforce the trademark whenever you possibly can, even on stupid things. And then you can revoke a trademark or some shit like that. So I'm guessing it was done out of like.
What's up, Alex? Hope all is well, my guy.
Thank you, Luther. Appreciate it. And everything's going good, man. Thank you so much. How are you doing? So I guess they had to do it, and then they ended up apologizing and taking it back or something like that. So, which is a copyright infringement. Thanks, Alaska. Thank you so much, Lycus. I appreciate the Prime, man. But I guess that's the way that has to operate, which is kind of like a dumb way to operate, in my humble opinion. But listen, I don't know. At the end of the day, it should have never been a thing. Should have never been like a takedown request type thing. It should have been a conversation, if anything. I think there was probably a better way to handle all of that, like realistically. Even if it was a mix-up or just something like an inquiry, just like, does this mean this type thing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it was out of the realm of like, wow, this is so bad and everything like that. I don't think it was in the realm of like that. I just think there could have been a conversation. That's it. Is that why you sent me the Lumen Key 65 one in the giveaway in an antipode shoebox? Antipode shoebox? Do you mean just the box? Yeah, I have a few of those boxes. They're actually good boxes. I don't know. I am not wasteful, okay? I keep all the boxes. And also, Big Papa, thank you so much again for the Prime, man. If I need to reuse boxes, I reuse boxes, dude. Maybe they were young enough that they don't like the phone calls. No, I don't know. Anyways, to me, you know, I'm just happy that it got resolved. Oh, jeez. I dropped my stabilizer. At what point does my little dino... Oh, I made the new ones. I just forgot to upload them. Damn, you reminded me. Okay. I just did some silly stuff to the dinos. I just need to upload them now. How do I even do that again? It's been so long. I did it over the weekend. I was bored. Well, not that I was bored. I just didn't want to do more Switch looping. Please build the orange Cappy with GMK Striker. No joking. Striker? I mean, that wouldn't look bad. But it could be fun. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'll let you guys pick. Do you guys want to listen to Menu? I need one more stab, right? Don't listen to Menu. Color combos. All right, Bull spoke. Bull is the okay. We're just not going to listen to Menu color combos, I guess. I do not like that combo. No. Oh my god. Looks like he wants the industrial look on the Cappy. It would be kind of industrial, yeah.
If you told me a year ago that there would be a time I would miss Nixie switches in review boards, I would say you're crazy. And now here we are.
Okay, how about this? Next review board, I'll do Nixies. I need to order some more, though. And you know what? I have to say this. That I normally order bulk Switch, because I like Divinity Key, for some of their switches. And I think they're one of the few vendors that I normally order switches from that had them, but I can just order them from a Canadian vendor. I think they have them now, but Dominique's been out of stock for forever. I don't even know when they're getting Nixies back. I don't even know why Dominique's not restocking of Nixies either. They have so much stuff on their website too. I love Dominique. Firefly would be kind of cool for this, yeah. What do you do to Milky Yellows? Film and lube, but which lube? I like GS2, believe it or not. But I think only Kinetic Labs carries GS2. But GS2, and I maybe a few people can vouch because I've done GS2 in their boards. It's kind of unique. It has a slightly deeper sound profile, and it also goes on really nicely too. Like, it's really easy to apply. Maybe even a little easier than 205. Check this set. Can vouch GS2 is cool. See, Geoff knows. GMK CYL highlight. I like the idea. It's kind of nostalgic feeling. I just don't think this is for me. Like, this is a lot. But I like the idea. I actually do. And I think there is some level of nostalgia that I'm getting for this too. But, yeah, I don't know. No, I don't think this is for me, man. It's cool, though. It's cool. What do you guys think? They're so famous and I find them so quiet. Did you lube them? And question, did you overlube them? If you overlube Milky Yellows, they tend to be really quiet. They only need a thin coating of lube. They don't need a lot. No lube using stock? Oh, man, I would lube them then. I don't know what stock Milky Yellows sound like. I've never tried. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what stock ones sound like. I use stock Milky Yellows. Are they good? I actually don't even know. I have no idea. Dude, I want my hair to grow out again. I miss my longer hair. I'm kind of sad about it now. I used to be able to, like, do this and then my hair would be, like, nice. And I don't know. Now it doesn't do nothing. It's so short now. It's so short. Bring back the mullet. Yeah, I like this for a day. For like a week. And then I'm like, okay, can I have my long hair back? I miss it. I really miss it. Compared to long poles, Milky Yellows are quiet. I mean, yeah, compared to long poles, yeah, for sure. When's the last time you used oil for your switches? Sometimes on request, I'll use it on the springs. But even that is few and far between. I don't know. I don't really feel the need to put oil on springs anymore. Like, I'll just put a dab of lube. To me, it works the exact same. Plus minus 15 grams in switches is way too much. Yeah, dude, that's a lot. What do you guys think is, like, a good standard for that, by the way? Like, what do you guys normally aim for when you go for, like, aftermarket springs on your plus minus? Like, what's a good tolerance for you guys? GS2, I think you can only... I mean, I don't know who else sells GS2, but I think Kinetic Labs is the only one that I know. I don't go for aftermarket springs. That's totally fair. Plus 5, so plus minus 5. Anything not plus minus 10 like cherry? That's also very fair. Depends on the switch. Just get TX and Sprint and call it a day. Yeah, you could just get like a good brand and call it a day type deal. I don't remember what TX is. I haven't used a TX spring in a little while now. I just have my Sprint springs, which even those I'd have to look at the stat sheet again. The Geon ones are nice. I do like the Geon ones. It might be 2. It's like 2 or 3 or something. I think 3 is pretty much like the standard now for a lot of the aftermarket ones, I believe. I'm a believer of Graveshift. You know, dude, Graveshift I used for a hot minute, and those were really good springs. And they were rather inexpensive too, which was nice. Gotta admit, dude. Gotta admit. Maybe I should buy some more of those. Geon 3 stage have a nice preload, but they're so hard to fit. Oh yeah, the longer ones, sometimes they feel like a bit of a pain in the butt to install. Yeah, I get you, I get you. I have a ton from Sprit forever, so I haven't gotten any of the newer ones. I also just I have a big stockpile of Sprit ones, and then I still have a little bit of the Wuche ones left. I'm trying to save those because I really like the Wuche ones. It's really random, but the Wuche ones are kind of good. Like, they're kind of goated. But the Geon ones I've used a handful of times, and they're really good too. I just don't have a lot of Geon ones. Which I probably should pick some up. I put the 22 mil Geon springs in my Loranges. Very snappy. Yes, 22 mil, excellent for the snappy feedback. Alex, what is one purchase you wish you never did? Like keyboard wise or just in general? Keyboard wise? In general? Oh my god, Blaine's. The whiteboard? What the fuck, guys? That's tough. I don't think it's anything I have at the moment. I think the thing that I purchased... I mean, there's definitely... I have a lot of regretful purchases. I think the number one, though, that can stick out, like, right away, like I'm thinking right now, and... I don't remember how old I was, but I remember one day I convinced my dad to come with me on a photo thing, like where we're just going to go take pictures of birds and stuff or something like that. And... Hold on, did I mess up this? Hold on, I think I did. One sec, guys. And we went to go take pictures of birds or something, and hold on one sec. I'm getting distracted here. Let me just fit the screen. Oh, that is not what I want to do. I moved this by accident, and I want to just center it again. All right, we're good. We went to go take pictures of birds, and I was like, I need a specialty lens for this. And I was like, yeah, I really need a 600 millimeter lens. And we went to the store. I convinced my dad. I'm like, let's go to the store first. And I bought a 600 millimeter lens, and it was like $2,500, and that pretty much at the time drained my bank account. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna take such sick pictures though. And I went to go take pictures. I fucking sucked at taking pictures of birds because I literally had never taken photos of birds before. And then I put that lens down. I'm like, I'm going to use this again. I'm going to go like next week and practice. And then I never touched it again. And then eventually later on sold it. That's what helped fund one of my other things. But I just, dude, I got no money back for that lens, Meth. Like literally nothing. Because that was like a cheapie 600. Like, believe it or not, I know it sounds like a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't even a good 600 millimeter lens. And nobody wanted it. So... yeah, that was probably one of the biggest wastes of money I've ever done in my entire life. I can't even top that. There's nothing else. And you know what too, Victoria? I think at the time, like, this is probably like 10 plus years ago. I'm sure that same lens nowadays would have been way more expensive just because of inflation and stuff, but yeah, what a waste of money that was. Which I regret more, my Zoom 75 or Hummingbird. You know, believe it or not, keyboard stuff I tend to not regret because at least it helps fine-tune my preferences. And I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Like at the you know, in one side of things, like I get it, like we make dumb purchases with keyboards. But at least like if I can buy something and I don't like it and I'm just like, why didn't I like this? It doesn't feel as bad as like buying a camera lens that sits on the shelf. At least the keyboards sort of feel like I can use them, like without having to have some special occasion type thing. You know what I mean? Well, it wasn't so much the lens. The lens probably was great. It's my own skill and then just the willingness to go out. Like, the lens felt to me more like a waste of money just because I never had the effort to want to go out. So, is what it is. What's the oldest camera you feel like you could still work with? I mean, I can probably work with film stuff. I used to develop my own film, and I understand how film cameras work, and I'm sure that would be fine with me. But if you mean for professional work, I mean, literally just give me any digital camera at this point. As long as it has a hot shoe where I can put a flash trigger, I'm fine. Alright, we're installing the switches into the aluminum plate. I think alu is a good choice for this board. I also want to note that I really like these types of mounting styles because I feel like they kind of help not put so much feedback into the plate. So we'll see if that works in practice. But we're doing some good old milky yellows. Was in Times Square. I bought a $5 watch as a kid. Was super hyped because my first watch broke the second we flew back home. Do you still remember it to this day? Speaking of film, I have something to show you. Please do. Hot shoe, bless you. Thanks, cheese. Alex, will we hear those KeyGeek LM switches again? I'll take them out of the board, and maybe we can use them in the future. But are they not releasing those anytime soon? I feel bad. I really like them too. Those are good switches. Kind of hype them up now, and you know. Do you trust goods and service from PayPal? Do you mean if someone sells you something with goods and service? What do you mean by that? Yeah, goods and services. Yeah, it's fine. You want to avoid F&F, so friends and family. You want to get that you stay away from. But goods and service, just pay the fee. Like, honestly, I know it's sucky, but at least for me, I've had things go sideways on PayPal, and not for nothing, PayPal sided with me because I've had proof and stuff like that. So, I don't know. I've had good experiences with nothing but good experiences with it. So, dude, Matt, I have no idea, dude. Do you want me to ask? I can ask someone about it for you. PayPal always sides with the buyer. PayPal always tends to side with the buyer. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they do. But, you know, I guess the other thing would be hopefully you're not being dishonest about stuff. Yeah. I mean, I've like I said, I've as long as you document everything, I'm sure sometimes you could have backups there, but I don't know. Sounds good, Matt. I'll try to message someone about that. I learned today after I shot most of my Cine Still 400D that I overexposed the whole roll in accident. Oh shit! Did you ruin it? Is it still cool? Maybe there's still some good shots in there still. Dude, I do not trust buying stuff on eBay or anything like that. I've bought like 2 things ever on eBay, and they've always been like the crappiest of those things. I think the only time I used to use eBay was when I used to buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards because it was really cheap. Like way back when, I would buy like a Yu-Gi-Oh card or 2. But anything else, I always feel like I'm getting scammed. Even Etsy lately, dude. Etsy I stay away with, like with a 10-foot pole. I will not touch Etsy anymore. It's just become drop shippers that have just become like, they kind of hide that they're kind of like this whole, oh, look at my artisanal stuff. But no, they're just drop shippers. You kind of have to know who to look for on Etsy. It used to be so good. I loved Etsy at one point. Like if you wanted something fun, handmade, everything. But dude, it is... oh, it's so bad now. Overexposed film is much better than underexposed? Depends on how much, but yeah, I agree. Hypothetical, if I have food delivered, DoorDash, Grubhub, etc., and then I report my order is never delivered and get a refund, who pays for the food? I know this answer, but it's slipping. I think the business would pay, but then also I believe the driver gets dinged as well, right? Don't do it if you've gotten the food. Only do it if it's something's like wrong with it. But I'm pretty positive at the end of the day it hurts the driver as well. Pretty positive. I think that's how it works. I don't think it comes out of the driver's pocket though. I think he just loses the money that was owed to him, and I think he also gets a ding on that too if it like never delivered. I'm thinking of pairing my Neo 65 CU Nebula spray with GMK Cosmos. Yeah, you know, I think someone literally said the same thing to me the other day, Anyon. 100%, that'd be cool as fuck. Food delivery drivers are the most shafted in the whole interaction. Yeah, because you're also it's not just losing like $10 or whatever. It's also getting that ding on their account, which is really sucky. I love all the new keycaps of special effects, dude. GMK, shout out to them, man. They're doing some really fun stuff with their plastics, and even some of the other brands who are doing just PBT and ABS stuff. Hell yeah. One of the best switches. Look at this, guys. Take this in. Take this in, everybody. What do you guys think? Look at those milky yellows, baby. Uber Eats is so bad I had to stop using it. We don't really use it much either. My order doesn't arrive because I've complained too many times. All legitimately can't risk having chargebacks. I think the other issue, I hate complaining about this, but my issue with that is like the customer service isn't even humans anymore, which sucks. It's just robots. And I'm over doing the whole speaking to an AI thing and then having to get to a point where you kind of have to know the commands to actually speak to a human being. So I find if companies just have AI stuff, I tend to stop using their business. I want the business to be people, not robots. Thank you. Alex has become the milky yellow guy. A good or bad thing, chat. Dude, I fucking love this orange of this Cappy. Look at that, dude. Doesn't this look good? That is a sweet looking board in orange. Alright, let's start soldering this bad boy together. Linus Tech Tips orange? Nah, is it? It's not his orange. Or not like his orange at all. You know, Tatooine would be really cool on this, but I also don't think I'm going to be using Tatooine. Really? This is closer to this? Oh, it's closer to my style orange. Yeah, no, it's not overly metallic. Again, the only thing I don't love about the orange is the brushed stainless, but you know what? Very minor detail for some, I'm sure. Gorgeous looking board though, man. Holy shit. He pulled up. Yeah, I like the okay. He pulled up thing. That is so funny. Goes with the Cappy meme. Very nice. All right, time to solder. New shirt idea: pocket mix the yellow and white baseball tee with a glass of milk and switch the logo on the milk to the yellow stem. That'd be funny. But I did. I didn't forget to take away the switch for the blockers. But you know, little conversation. I want to say Bull's been doing a lot of good work. I'm sure Bull knows, and I'm sure we all pump his tires anyways and gas him up, but Bull's been quite the excellent new vendor, as well as good designer. And I think that deserves some credit. Bull, please never do anything stupid. Pretty please. Remember, Bull, if you ever have a problem, reach out to someone, please. I will not be stupid. Thank you, Bull. When are we getting a bowl-shaped layout for a bowl? A bowl keyboard? Like an actual bowl? It sounds uncomfy. It's like reverse ergonomic, you know? Please don't buy any ice cream machines, damn. Is that meme never gonna leave this community? I also love that it's never gonna leave, but... I recently bought WS Palm Plus switches from Kinetic Labs, and they sent me HMX Hyacinth V2Us instead. I would just reach out. I'm sure it was an accident. Reach out, they'll probably fix it for you. I'm sure it was just an accident. I have never... I mean, dude, I've known Kinetic Labs since they started their business, and they've been really good. And I will probably be the first person to tell you, I think their owner cares a lot about customer service, at least from my dealings with him and just seeing some of the interactions with him, so I'm sure he'll help you. Bull's been doing great work. Motif, S100, and Manta. So many things you can spend your money on and not the Cappy. Damn. It sounds like you kind of want the Cappy all for yourself. But didn't the sale on Bull's website already finish? Didn't it sell it in like 3 minutes or something? Bro is mad he didn't get a Cappy. It was real fast. Guess you have to try click clack. Did you have a link to your daily keyboard specs? I don't have a link to the specs. I usually just post it in exclamation point keyboard, but like today I'm using the Numa with Future Funk keycaps, and I believe there's Nixies on this. Like yesterday I was using the mode Sonnet with Milky Yellows, and the day before that I was using the Pangea Mini with a different variation of Milky Yellows. Cappy sold out faster than Pokemon cards. Yeah, the Pokemon card situation is actually crazy. Is this a Gondo PCB? What PCB is this, Bull? Oh no, I don't know whose logo this is. Actually, I'm just seeing that now. STR PCB? Oh, I like the quality of the contact pads and everything. Very nice. Flows very easy. Feels nice. I like that a lot. Thank you, Manu. STR PCB. Chat, when do you spring swap from long to short springs? Is it normal to actuation to become extremely short? I mean, yeah, sometimes it doesn't feel as snappy, right? But the actuation distance shouldn't matter. That's just up to the switch. It's the same PCB as the Pangea. Oh, honestly, this feels pretty good. Like, soldering-wise. Maybe I didn't mention that with the Pangea Mini, but I'll mention that here. Feels nice, high-quality parts. STR has been doing good work. I feel like I would have a better appreciation for PCBs if I soldered. You know, there are sometimes I solder PCBs and I'm like, man, the solder's not flowing very nicely on the pads. And usually I get frustrated, and that's kind of like part of the build experience for me. But like, this is just flowing so nice. I'm waiting for the day that Alex goes live and has no more keyboards left to build. I appreciate that you're waiting for that day way too, Lucky, and I hope that day never comes up. I love building keyboards, especially for other people. And if that ever does happen, expect us to just pivot into you know, some other ridiculous hobby. I thought flow had more to do with the solder wire / temps. Yes and no. I use the same solder and same temp for every single keyboard, and there are certain PCBs, and you know what? I love Heine PCBs, but Heine PCBs don't flow very well. For some reason, I never get like a good solder on them on my first go. I kind of have to go back and like redo parts. But yeah, it's there's other PCBs that are even worse. Like sometimes the solder does not flow at all. But those are just different components and stuff. 340 nowadays. I think my soldering iron's getting a little bit meh. It was 330, but now it solders like it was 330. What's my next hobby? Audiophile? Dude, I am not going back to the audio hobby at all, ever. That was like a one-time thing. Designing my own board? Believe it or not, I am helping design a board with the teachings of Bowl. We have the info on my website, and I think Bowl's website too. McLovin's flow really nicely too, yeah. If you get rich, Alex, will you review watches? Watches don't really interest me. I barely put on the watch that I have now, which is the Apple Watch. But if I got super rich, I would review ridiculous vintage camera stuff that cost a lot of money. That is what I'd probably do. The old solder snake PCB was horrendous. I do not recall. But yeah, there's been some bad PCBs for that. Oh man, that's my type of content? Yeah, that'd be really fun. But a lot of those lenses, like a lot of rare old lenses and camera bodies, are like $5,000 to $10,000 plus. So I just usually say forget it. Like rare stuff, not. You can go for like vintage stuff, which is cheaper. But I would, if I was super rich and had unlimited money, you betcha I would collect that old rare stuff. Alex learns woodworking? That'd be a really fun one summer to do. Can you show a close-up when you're finished soldering? Of course I can. God, I hope I soldered well. Alex fixes cracked floor? Alex? We're working one day, maybe? I'm not sure though. Probably a little bit of splatter. Actually, not too bad. A little hard to see. The plane of focus here is not like gigantic, but you missed one? Did I? I think Elk One's lying to me. A-? I'll take it, dude. I will take that. All right, let's put some stuff away here. Got him. I like picking the hardened splatter off. I actually don't like doing that. Actually, there's barely any splatter on this. I thought there would be lots, but yeah, barely. Alrighty. Exciting, exciting. Do you think the mode Sonnet plus Gatoron Milky or Gatoron Pro switch would be a good build? I mean, technically, which ones are the Pro switches again? Gat Pro yellows. Oh, yeah, I don't recall how these sound, but yeah, I think they'd be fine. I would go with an aluminum plate, though, if you're going to do Gatoron Milkies, or Gatoron switches. I just find Gatoron switches pair really well with aluminum for the most part. Let's open this beautiful, beautiful keyboard up. Look at this capybara. Let's do this. Gatoron Milkies. Coffage. Alex, please? No MX with aluminum plate? I think it depends on the board. Do the GAT yellows have to be soldered to be good? No. There's nothing wrong with Hoswell boards. I think, I don't know. In my humble opinion, I haven't noticed, like, there's not a crazy, crazy difference between hot swap and solder. I will say, the more and more that I do build keyboards, I've noticed a small, maybe small difference between the two. And yes, if you want to go into, I guess the nitpicky kind of gray area of things, yeah, I kind of do prefer the solder PCB. But I have plenty of boards in which are hot swap that I love using, so I'm not deceiving no one. Oh my god, dude. Let's take a look at the internals. So we have some alignment areas here, which I really appreciate. Really like that. And then I guess we're gonna also pick our, we have actually the PCB. I like this too. The daughter board's going underneath and kind of goes through its own channel. This might be a little tricky. Bull mentioned that ahead of time, but I do like that it's kind of covered there, so there's no room for it to kind of rest on the cable, which is nice. But let's pick what we're gonna do here for these. Let me refer back to Bull's list. He did film the video and sent me a video. Yeah, Lanes. He sent me a tips and tricks, but I kind of already knew. All right. So let's do. Where's Bull's name here? There it is. Flashback to key cult. No, key cult is still one of the toughest cables in some cases. Actually, no. There's been worse. So Bull said the white ones are 30. Which I don't think I'm going to use. I actually don't really like super soft gaskets. I might use the gray or the dark gray. Oh, wait, this is this. So 60 and 90. So that's going to be our things there. I think I'm going to start right in the middle and see where I want to move in this case. And then, Bull, the smaller side goes upwards, right? I do love the way these kind of just slot on too. Yeah, 90 does sound like it'd be really nice for this, but I'll start at 60 just to see if I like 60. Nice thing about this is because they're not adhesive, they're easy to kind of fiddle with and play with. And the board is pretty straightforward, like it's no frills to kind of open this. It's just some screws. Oh. There are 300 people watching and 12 chatting. Omega lol. This guy calling me a dead streamer or something? This guy calling me a dead streamer? He's way too lucky making fun of me. Lurking is so fun. Yeah, I usually lurk too. Dead internet theory? Don't hate on lurkers? Yeah, way too lucky. Let's put this in. Bull mentioned kind of just pressing this down in like a little Z formation first. And then he mentioned installing it like this. It's actually, sorry, I'm going to move some stuff out of the way here to make it easier for myself. Basically installing it like this, which is pretty straightforward. I don't know. I feel like this is actually not too bad to install. Pretty easy, I'd say. It just sits down. Mass hallucination? Oh gosh. That's tight, but at least you don't have to worry about the cable now. Yeah, honestly, this doesn't even feel tight. Alex turned chat on me and I don't like it. I didn't do nothing. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, way too lucky. What's your daily controversial take? Like in the keyboard hobby? That'll make it pop off. Oh, I tried peanut butter and jelly and I didn't like it. I haven't had it in like 20 years. And I had it recently and I don't like it. I think it's nasty. That'll do. Whatever, man. Bad take. Whatever, man. Freak. Whatever, dude. You know, way too lucky. If you had mentioned butter with that, you would have been right on the nose. I do like a good bread with butter, and that's it. Like, I'll just have that. That's delish. I've had peanut butter and honey. That's pretty good. Peanut butter and jelly, not my thing. What's your favorite part of the new Manta? The side profile and the fin. I think the Manta is going to be really interesting just because the Manta also has kind of like a chamber on the bottom built into the fin, you can call it. That was the whole idea. It wasn't supposed to be like a fin to start. But it was supposed to have these chambers or these kind of areas in which the sound can kind of shoot outwards, but also these kind of big blocks that sit in the center that kind of add
Alex,
to
guess
like
what I
the
got at
thickness
the
of it.
grocery store? Naan.
Dude, naan bread is hella good, by the way. It's so good. Did I put all the screws in? I'm so jealous right now. Did you get garlic? But yeah, that was the whole purpose of the what's it called? The Manta backplate. I don't know. I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be cool. Alrighty. Who are you gonna send the Manta prototype to for an unbiased review? Tim Keelis. Tim doesn't like me anymore, so basically Tim would probably be the most honest, theoretically. If I send it to all my enemies, they're going to give me the best feedback. So, that's smart, right? Bro, he deleted his server? That's crazy. Truly dead? That's how you know he's never coming back, dude. Now he's Tim Discordless. That's crazy. That's wild, dude. You can send it to me, your mortal enemy. I don't want you guys to be my mortal enemies, though. Please don't. Let me see what set to use. I want to use Mars Cadet. What did we have Mars Cadet on last time? I think Mars Cadet would be good, but hold on, let me just see. I just want to open it up and see some of the keys here. Maybe Kaiju would be a better choice. Actually, no, this is not a good choice. This is too different of an orange. Never mind. Kaiju might be too different of an orange too, though. I don't know if I have any GMK sets with this particular orange. Hold on, I'm gonna look for something. I don't have Expo. Would this work well in it? I don't think Mecha Kaiju is the correct orange. Like, yeah, that's even a little bit too deep. I don't know if I love that. I don't... Miklon could be nice. Yeah. Wob or Miklon? Striker. Oh look, Alex needs keycap suggestions. Good luck. Can we all tell Elk1 how much we love him in chat? And maybe he'll give us a really good suggestion. Tribal could be cool. We could do Tribal. Maybe we do Tribal. Striker? Oh, okay. Ants redeemed Striker. So I guess Manu gets his way. Manu wins this round, everybody. Now to find where I put Striker. That's a good question. GMK Striker. Where the hell is Striker? diabolical? It is kind of diabolical. Give me one moment while I find it. That's a really great question, actually. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Honestly, the blue and orange probably won't look bad. How do you keep track of everything you have? Do you want the lie or the truth? Like, do you want the good answer? Like, do you want the uplifting answer? Like, the inspirational answer? Or... I'll let you pick. Yeah, I don't keep track of shit. Half the times I forget what I have. I am not crazy organized when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm organized for other things that are not mine. But when it comes to my own things, I don't know. It's weird. I get into weird fits about organization. GMK Thai tea would look good on this board. What is that set again? It sounds really familiar. So nice. Who did that? Swoo91, thank you very much for the prime. I really appreciate it. Dude, Striker actually doesn't look too bad on this. Was it Manu who said that originally? I'm getting a new music production setup. That's gonna be really fun. Sounds expensive though. The way I store them reminds you of Lego. Hopefully in a good way. I don't know what happened to this one. I feel like this got a little bit... A lot of these plastic ones like this, when I was moving, they kind of did get a little screwed up, unfortunately. These didn't survive transit as well as I thought they would. Unfortunately. I hope I have all the keycaps for this. My coworker and his wife want to get into the keyboard hobby, so it's a good excuse for me to get rid of the royal clutches I've had in my storage for 2 years. It's a win-win situation. Dude, you know, I don't know if you guys agree with this, but sometimes just being able to declutter, even if it means giving away things to your friends, is really, really it's really kind of healthy. And I feel like, to me anyways, sometimes you gotta do it. Like, you gotta like bite that bullet and just be like, screw it, I just gotta do it. I got a package for my batteries. Taking out the adhesive is so tedious. Batteries for the phone stuff, Danny? Man, I don't know how you do that stuff. This stuff scares the living crap out of me. I hate dealing with battery stuff. I gave away a Salvation to a friend just to get them into 60s. Yeah. Sometimes it feels good, man. You know, guys, I have a weird feeling. God, I'm just gonna remove these things. I have a weird feeling I have Striker in 2 different places. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm lying. Do we do the accent enter for this or no? Okay, these are driving me up the walls. I'm not gonna bother with that anymore. I don't think I need any of these, right? Short shift I do. No accents? Oh, it seems like no accents is the winner. What do we think of Striker so far? Actually, not that bad. It doesn't actually look that bad on the board, dude. Manu has good taste. Yeah, now we can't tease Manu. Unfortunate. It's giving Hot Wheels? Is it? Maybe a little. Strikes me as a great choice. It would for you, huh? A brighter orange or light blue would be more ideal to my eyes. Maybe a little bit of a paler blue, maybe. Honestly, this is not bad. Alex is sickened because he has to use blue. No, I don't hate blue to that degree. I just prefer not to have like blue boards. Blue keycap sets I think are slightly different story for me. Like that I don't mind, but blue boards like navy especially is just not my thing. It's really navy, dude. Like that really deep blue. So wait, do I leave the escape accent? I think I do, right? It kind of looks nice with the escape accent at least. It's too navy. The blue on Suse is really nice. I love that kind of blue. Like that is a nice blue. Wait, Alex, wasn't your original Envoy a navy? It might have been. No, I don't remember. One of my first boards though was navy, like when I first got into the hobby. Which I used to love navy. I thought navy was a great color, and now I don't know. I grew out of it. Like it's just not my thing anymore. It's gotten to the point where I just prefer not to use it. I have news. Oh, what's the news? The Numa is a bit of a navy, but I think my eye gets distracted with the board because the keycap set is a slight bit of a purple. And it kind of, to me anyways, visually, it kind of drowns out the blue. But yeah, like the Numa, I would have preferred in like a silver, but it's a nice sounding board. That's why I wanted to use it today. Marvel Rivals fired their entire US division. I didn't even know they had a US division. Honestly, I don't play that game at all. I don't really care for those types of games anymore, so. That's not accurate. They fired the ones at R&D office. That's sucky stuff. Sucks to hear people losing their jobs. Alright, I'm not going to bother putting these back on. These were not helping. Naruto colors. You know, it doesn't look that bad, actually. I don't mind the blue and the orange here. It makes the blue, the orange really pop. Yeah, this is nice. Yeah, okay. I'm into this. Here's the side profile with the keycaps. Again, very nice side profile. It's classic looking. You do have a little bit of a flair here, being this little kind of, again, this kind of little scoop over here, if you want to call it that. So it does have some character. It's not completely boring, but it's nice. It's a nice looking board. I like it a lot. Ayo Alex, this is totally not TTS. My voice sounds off because I had my daily glass of maple syrup. I don't think it read for you. Let me keep it a buck with you. Don't buy the Cappy. You should save your money for the Manta. Mantas are superior to Cappies. They have mucous membranes that protect them from bacteria. Talking about bacteria, bolstered all the Cappies in his bathroom. Dude, Gurnal really doesn't want people to buy the Cappies because he's trying to herd them himself. All right. Again, I think this is genuinely a nice board. I think my only thing for this would have been I would have liked maybe some more choices to pair different style weights with the board. You know, but I think that's always going to be something that I hope, but for lots of reasons, sometimes that doesn't happen, and I'm not going to hold that against the board at all. Other than that, pretty simple build, good looking board, recessed USB-C cable too. Like, there's really not a whole lot of things you can really say about this without getting really nitpicky. Maybe what the 6.25U spacebar might have been the only thing that I can really say, yeah, I wish they had added that to the solder PCB. But it's nice. Nice looking board. Ooh, even the side profile on this looks great. Like, sorry, the side view. This looks super good. It has 7U support only. We're using milky yellows, aluminum plate, 60A not tadpoles, 60A gaskets. No foams, no nothing like that. So let's see what this sounds like. And this is, again, the stainless steel weight. Let me just open up a notepad here. Little HJ test here. We'll try that in 90A as well. I'm going to tune the spacebar just a smidge. Dude, sounds nice. The alphas are really pretty on this. I really like the alphas. Spacebar sings above the alphas. Slappy spacebar. Very slappy spacebar. I do want to tune it up just a smidge more than I have it now. Although, I will say the Type Plus ones are a little bit trickier to tune. Slappy Bara. Yeah, better. I was hearing a bit of a tick on the right side. Very, very forward spacebar. Alphas, again, very nice. Ooh. Okay, Enter has a bit of a metallic-y noise to it, but I'm like not upset at that at all. Shift is good too. I really like the backspace. I do want to try the 90s, so we're going to open this up again. I really like the 60s. Good feeling here. I'd say very balanced, very like in the middle. I noticed that on my Enter too. Yeah, a bit more metallic, so like not the perfect Enter key by any means. But the backspace sounds really good. You know, maybe what could have slightly helped with that? This sounds a little ridiculous, and obviously that's not happening because this is going to be an in-stock board. But perhaps, when I open it up, I'll show you guys actually. Hold on one moment. Perhaps like an additional gasket or something on the sides, you know what I mean? Like just something over here. Maybe if there's just too much room for it to kind of... I don't know. I don't think this needs to be force broke at all. Actually, you know what? I can just swap everything out without having to disassemble things. What colors are going to send out first? I have no idea what... I don't know if all the vendors are getting all the same colors and stuff. Like, I don't know the allotments. That would be a question for Bull. That would be a bit beyond my my knowledge. Sounds like Ask Alex sound signature. Dude, Insty's making that happen, dude. Reminds me of the Float 65. Really? I did see the Float's getting a run again, by the way, guys, which makes me really happy because that board, the board and the person designing that board was really awesome. So I don't remember who's running it again, but I'm glad it's getting run. I'm repeating it till it catches on. The orange is kind of simple. Oh, the orange. That's what you mean, the color. I thought you meant maybe the sound. I was like, I thought the Float sounded way different. Oh, did Click Clack post their numbers? I didn't see that. am curious though. Let me see something. There is a, I do hear something a smidge different about the sound with the 90s in it though. Milk yellows on carbon fiber can sound really good, but I think it's really board dependent. So nice. Rocket, thank you so much for the tier 1 for 30 months too, man. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you. 90A is gas every single time when it comes to tadpoles. Yeah, I've always found that the lighter stuff, like the 30A, even O-rings, man. Like O-rings are not my thing when it comes to lighter O-rings. I feel like they sound really thin and they make the board feel really squishy. Which, I know it's all a preference, but... Ooh, this does sound... Is it just me or does it sound like... Maybe I'm imagining things. I like the feeling of the 90 better right away. I do like the 90 feeling. I don't know if there's a difference. I'd have to go back. I do feel like there is one. Maybe I'm forcing myself to hear that, though. No, it sounds... It feels better, though. I love the feeling with the 90s. I want to see something, though. Let's see. I do feel like there is a smidge of metallic-iness that's coming through. And I want to see if I just put a force brake pad on the bottom area especially, if that'll make some of that go away. But here's the thing. The board sounded great even without doing this. And I feel like this is going to be more of a preference thing. Because some people dislike little metallic-y noises. Some people love those things. So that is going to be up to the end user. I feel like there's no good right or wrong answer here. You can also ping if the plate is touching the case at all. Like if a plate tab got bent. Yeah, it looks like we're good here for plate tabs. I wouldn't say I'm hearing a ping though, Bull. It's not so much a ping. I feel like it's just some extra case resonance. Like not a nasty ping per se, but just something to kind of reduce a little bit of it. We'll see though. I'm gonna play around with just one little stab sticker over here. It could be also the stainless, I don't know. Let me just inspect all the slight areas here. Damn, that does sound really good though. Like I said, I'm only gonna put 2. Is this board ass approved? I'd say it's very much so. Very good board. Fair price for what you're getting here too. Very nice. Sounds assy. Alex sound signature TM. Damn, who trademarked it? It wasn't me. Bull, it does sound really good though. It does sound really, really good. I really like this. Very, very solid 60% keyboard. Really nice typing feel as well. I think that's something that you're going to get out of this with the way this is mounted. Extremely nice. Maybe even really good for anyone who's missed like the Pangea and wants that Bull magic on their keyboard. The in-stock sale on Bull's website went, yes, but there's other sales happening. Okay, I would say this is Barely any different. Maybe a little bit. Still has the exact same sound signature overall, though. It's different? You think so? I mean, this sounds really fucking good. Fuck, I went to the up arrow. Oh my god, ants. This sounds really good, though. It sounds full. It has just enough of that metallic-y sound to it where it doesn't sound boring and flat. It feels really good. I mean, you can even see from the side view here. Even with the 90A, we still have a bit of movement. So it's not crazy stiff at all. But I would say, again, even with the 90A, this is kind of in the middle. No feedback or anything like that either from the typing experience here. What's the front height again? You know what? I'm not going to go look at Bull's thing here. Let's just measure it ourselves. Yeah, with some of the sounds, like the smaller, minute sounds and stuff like that, you guys are just going to have to trust me, bro. About 18.8? Is that about right, Bull? Did I guess right there? So very, very comfy. Yeah, overall very good. Excellent 60 pickup. I'm not gonna lie, Striker was an amazing shout. It's quite nice on this actually. I have to give it to Manu. It does look pretty good. It does look pretty good on this. 18.5, I think, Confusion. That makes sense. I built mine with GAT rosin PP plate, and it's too nice. A plastic plate on this could also be really nice with like a sharper switch. Yeah, I type like I love you all in chat. You guys are the best type thing. Like it's just quick things like that. And then sometimes I literally type nonsense, like nothing, just in a cadence that I normally do. Sometimes I type different sentences, just whatever I feel like for the day. That too, what Annette said. Do you have any 60s that are favorites lately? Besides the Pangea Mini, the Numa is something that I keep in arm's length. Like this I actually use a lot. I really like the Numa. What other 60s do I use? I also use, the Pangea Mini. 60s, the derivative I see over there on my shelf. Yeah, I think that's really it for 60s these days. Like that I'm keeping out to use. But I do have some other 60s that I really, really like. For example, I have like a unicorn that I sometimes use. It hasn't been much recently though. I should bust that out again though. What's the best keyboard of all time? Dell makes this really beautiful keyboard. Let me find the model number for you guys really quick though. Let me... The Dell, actually this is kind of expensive for this Dell, but I would personally say just a standard wired Dell is probably one of the best keyboards you can get. So, Dell build stream when? But yeah, if you guys were interested in this, the 21st on ClickClack's website. The orange is nice. I think the orange is a contender for a really... This is a really beautiful ano on this. And it is really pretty. Do I need GMK Darling? Yeah. Do we really need any of this stuff? You know, Vampire? Do you want it is the other question. Like, if you're wanting it and you're fiending for it and you have the money to do so, grab it. I prefer the brown. It's the capybara. The case is nice too. Speaking of the capybara, look at the case. Look how beautiful this is. Oh, thanks, Sumo. Alright, well, I guess brown is the best color. I just hope the Pangea Mini beats it because I have no money left for the board. Dude, the Pangea Mini is still beautiful. I think actually, okay, if I were to compare the Pangea Mini and the Pangea Mini and the CAPY, I think the Pangea Mini overall, again, keep it a buck with you guys, I think it's more well-rounded in sound profile, like overall. I think this particular case, someone else said it in chat too, is like the Enter has a bit of an openness to it. even like the caps lock. So it seems like maybe this center row on the side is a little bit more open sounding. I will say the Pangea Mini is, I have used that keyboard, like I said, extensively. It's been like on my work desk for a while now. You guys have seen. I think it's primo when it comes to what it can do for how even the sound is and just how full it sounds, and just it's a nice board. But for me, this is also really good. If you had one or the other and you only wanted to buy one, I would still just probably pick the Pangea. The CAPY's really good too. If you don't have the Pangea and you want a nice 60, and maybe the Pangea visually wasn't your style, because it was a bit more out there visually, I think the CAPY is a really good choice. Way more classic looking, I'll say that. But very, very nice keyboard. Extremely nice. I'm glad I did Milky Yellows for this tonight. Any long-term reviews of the Pangea Mini? The only thing I can really say, it's been on my desk for like, what, 2 or 3 weeks, like consistently. The only thing I will say is actually, it's not even funny. I was gonna say I would have gotten a different color, but Bull did send me a different color, like plate or something. It's been great. I don't have any complaints about the Pangea. I really like the way it types. It feels good. It's like the perfect weight to move around the desk. I like it. It's really good. There's no complaints whatsoever. I really like the Pangea Mini. But again, the only thing I would say, like still looking at it some days, it's not... this pains me to say, but it's not like the most timeless board, you know? Like in the world, like visually, if you got kind of bored of that style, you may put the Pangea to the side. So it's not something that I feel like, that red especially, you know? It's not something that I feel like I can use in every setup, sorta, if that's even a criticism. Yeah, maybe it's the red. Maybe a silver, which I do have the parts for that. Maybe the silver is the better choice there. Remove the adhesive and fix the back panel on the S10e. Oh, that's what you did. What about the Neo 60 compared with the CAPY? I would still probably pick the CAPY. The Neo 60 is not as nice sounding. Here's the thing though. I also think the price point of the Neo versus the CAPY isn't fair to compare. We're also looking at a board that is more mass manufactured versus this, which is not more mass manufactured. So, like, I think what the Neo 60 potentially lacks, maybe sound profile wise, compared to the CAPY, it's going to make up in pure value. Because, like, not for nothing, there's no way Bull can sell this board at the price point that Neo's selling their stuff at. Like, there's no way, unless he does like 20,000 units of these or something crazy, you know. But I would still say, I wouldn't say one's more premium than the other, though, Lanes. I really don't think one's more premium than the other. I just think one has a little bit more of an advantage in terms of mass manufacturing and just quantity. I would say both feel very premium. Like, even the Neo 60 feels extremely premium. This feels extremely premium. This sounds a little bit better, in my opinion. When I say premium, I think it's more price point than premium. Oh, you mean like price premiums on it? Yeah. It definitely has a price premium because it's lower quantity stuff. Bull TKL would go so hard. Hasn't Bull done a TKL? Or maybe I'm misremembering. He's done a full size. So, I want to talk to you guys about tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to be taking a look at the Ducky. Really quick before I forget. Oh my god, I can't reach this. We're looking at the Ducky 1X Mini. Hello, camera. The Ducky... I want to talk about this at length tomorrow, but just to kind of give you guys a heads up, if you're interested. So I have this workstation, and I actually have a computer set up for my gaming, and I have been using gaming keyboards like Hall Effect stuff, and even Ducky's new keyboard there, where they're using these like induction switches from Cherry. I have been using those boards for, the inductive switches. I've been using the board, so the Ducky, since the beginning of December, like strictly been using the Ducky. Maybe once or twice I take off the Ducky to use something else to see what I like. Before that, and I'm going to talk about it more tomorrow, I've been using other Hall effect boards. And I've rotated about 3 or 4. It's pretty interesting. I like the newness, like the fresh take on the gaming aspect of it. And I feel like I have a little bit of a unique perspective to maybe give on the board. It's not going to be our traditional build stream. Like, we're not going to build it at all. We're going to take it apart. Maybe we'll try some ABS keycaps on it. But it's an interesting project from Ducky, and I'd say it could sound better than HE. I personally preferred it, but I think it's always going to be a preference. It's going to be an interesting stream. It's gonna be like a 2-parter where it's gonna be us looking at the keyboard, and then I also want to talk about a little bit of my experience using gaming products. I feel like I have a lot to say. It might not be a 2-hour stream, but I feel like I have a lot that I want to bring to the table for that. Just because I kind of went on this hyper fixation on trying them all. I didn't build any of my own Hall effect stuff. That's coming up. But I wanted to see what was being offered on the market right now. And I ultimately think I've settled on 1 or 2 products. Hence why we're doing the Ducky stream tomorrow. So, part 3 of the stream is gaming? No, I don't think I could game. I did look at the software side of things as well. I don't want to spoil anything, but we'll talk about it more tomorrow. Now, I want to just disclaimer with the software. I use the software to what I would normally use it, like a casual gamer. I didn't do like crazy software things only because I don't know what I need to do to do crazy software things. Like, I don't do crazy gaming like that. So I'm going to come at it as a perspective as a enthusiast for custom keyboards and I would say casual gamer, but like I game every day, so yeah, pretty much. With Hall effect gaining on the market, do you think there's more chance of soldering going away? Yeah, I do. I don't think many people buy solderable PCBs anymore. I mean, but that's even before Hall effect was a thing. That's just been a thing. People don't love the solderable PCBs for, I guess, more of the mainstream stuff. So there's reasons people still make solder PCBs though, and I'm glad people haven't given up on making those. But a lot of brands have shared data with me, like sales data, and dude, let me tell you, it's like in some cases 9-to-1 who buys hot swap to solder PCBs. So there's a lot of people, and I think you have to think about it too. Like, there's a silent aspect of the hobby who's participating, who's not going to voice like what they want and just buy, Thanks for another awesome stream. Use my Prime sub today. Thank you, DNA. Appreciate you. See you in the next one. Have a good night. Dude, you have a great night, all right? Love you, buddy. Kind of sad, not gonna lie. It is a bit of a bummer. Partly also why the reason I also keep like my build streams cheap, like not build streams, build service. So people don't feel like they have to shell out for solder if they don't want to do it themselves, but also want the fixed type keyboards. So Cappy was great, Gran. Very, very highly like this board a lot. Unless it's a solder only / plateless half plate, yeah. Like, unless you want to go something a bit more like in depth like that, then you'd get one, right? But yeah, that's gonna be tomorrow's stream. Should be fun. Thanks for all being here, guys. Bowl, I hope the stream, the board sounded good, and I hope you enjoyed the time here as well. You have another banger for sure. Very pretty looking keyboard. What do you do if you build a solder and don't up enjoying the sound? Desolder it. I think that's part of the hobby for me, though. I just feel like there's more intention doing things, and I think this sounds really pretentious maybe, but like, I think when I go into doing things now with intention instead of just slapping things until they work, I feel better. Even when I fail, I feel better about those things. Even with cameras, I've purposely got slower cameras because I feel better intentionally saying, okay, well, I have to focus my shot. I have to do this. Even with keyboards, like I have to think about what do I want with this. Obviously, that comes with experience, though. You know, you have to have some idea of how things sound, and it makes sense that you'd want to go with like hot swap to start and things that are easier to slap things together. But you know, for me, I'm at that point now where I want to slow down. Spend the time redoing things. It's okay and even fun if you don't understand. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. I think there's a joy in that, but we're all different. We all like different things. So, well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Bull, thanks for sending this out again. Appreciate it, man. Spork, thank you so much for the Prime. So nice. Thank you, man.
Thanks for the streams, my man.
Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Thanks, Alex. Had a good time as usual. Thank you, RU. I got into film photography because of that intentionality. Yeah, it's good. Slow down and start a family? That too. JWK Springs. I would say so. I'm actually not sure. Yeah, it messes me. I'll try to help you with that. Actually, I don't know. Depends on the spring, I guess. Let's see. Who is going to be rated here? Who is online? Anyone doing Keebs? Oh, Marcia's doing Keebs. It's great, Marcia. What is she building? I don't even know what the hell that is. It's an old board. Alright. You guys have a good night. Love you guys, and thanks for tuning in today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And you guys better have a good one. Love you guys, alright? Bull just started? Well, too bad. I'm already reading Mars. Bye, everybody. See ya. Love you guys, and have a good one. Bye-bye.